Well, if you were excited for TV shows from Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse shows and the live-action shows, those ain't happening.
Yeah, yep. And people wondering why the Spider-Verse TV shows are going to be live action is because Disney had to make them.
Yep.
Because, well, actually, no, Disney has the animated rights to Spider-Man. Sony does not. They have the live action one.
And the live-action rights fall into the same category as the X-Men ones, where Marvel Entertainment with Jeff Loeb has to oversee it. And Jeff Loeb now works with Marvel Studios, Disney Plus, and Hulu, Direct Contact. So, if you were excited for those shows, they ain't happening ever.
You better start using your imagination.
Like,
Yeah.
It bothers me so much because I had so much hype and excitement for the spin-offs from Spider-Verse because it was going to be an amazing way to be able to see all these different characters in a different light, maybe potentially in the movie in the future.
From what Lord and Miller said, there was 4 to 5 projects in active development, 2 of those live action, 3 based on Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I mean, I would look forward to seeing a Nick Cage Spider-Man TV show. Yeah, awesome.
And see, now, even if you're one of the people that supports that you hated MCU Spider-Man and you wanted him out, look at the casualty of what just happened. That's unfortunate for everybody. I don't get that mentality. And I've seen people be like, oh, I'm glad that, this franchise is over. I don't like these actors. I'm like, you hypocrites were literally the ones being like, oh, but now the X-Men guys are losing their jobs. Why are you people happy about that?
Have you seen the people being like, oh, yeah, now we can get John Watts with full creative control? And it's like, you do know what studio he's working for, don't you?
Well, it's that. They could finally get Raimi's Spider-Man back with Tobey Maguire.
I mean, let's be honest, then no.
I mean, well,
not even Sony's that stupid.
Well, I mean, have you seen Twitter? That's all.
I have seen Twitter, but those people are actually morons. Like, I'm sorry, you are dumber than a bag
It's
of...
crazy. It is a crazy scenario. Like, this whole situation, and what bugs me about this is, like, we could have been living in a world if nothing happened, where in 3 years the Venomverse is spinning off into multiple TV shows which were in development. Spider-Verse has 2 to 3 cartoons out there. More, I guess, film spin-offs. It would have been completely awesome to see, which... this actually perfectly brings up another comment from a member. And Lone Wolf says, I'm going to boycott all of Sony's movies that come out from now on. I mean...
Sony has movies?
Jungle Book.
What's Jungle Book?
Or not Jungle Book.
Jumanji.
What's Jumanji?
The Rock movie.
Which one?
They're all the same.
The Rock
The
Jungle.
video game one.
Again, which one?
That's true.
I feel like that everybody's at a loss here. There's no win scenario with this, and the TV side of Spider-Man, I think, could have been something really cool to explore. We don't know what direction they were going in, and we're probably not going to find out. And everything on this pretty much hinged on the movie thing working out. There's no way that Disney's going to be like, oh yeah, sure, just produce these shows.
So I hope you didn't want a sequel to Insomniac Spider-Man. Because people are very vindictive in this industry.
Well, it's kind of, unless they want to, back out on the contract, because it's a little bit different. How?
Yeah, but you can fudge that. No.
Oh yeah, they can.
They can get out.
I mean,
maybe not easily. It might be expensive.
Yeah,
but they can get out of it.
It was rumored right from the start, right from when Spider-Man was made PlayStation exclusive, that was part of the whole deal, because it's no coincidence that both things, like Homecoming and that announcement, surfaced around the same time. And Sony was like, oh no, it's completely exclusive. Because why would Disney see the money signs putting this on PC, Xbox, and everything, and then go, oh sure, you can have it exclusively for one console? It makes no sense. There's way more in that paperwork, and I think it's going to affect everything.
And Disney know full well that would hurt Sony.
Yes, they
they're
do.
Only profitable division, losing their fastest selling exclusive,
and
that's a hit.
And it'd also be a hit to Marvel Games as well. because
Yeah, but Marvel Games isn't exactly a moneymaker, so
No.
I mean,
what's losing a bit of money compared to the movies and everything. Like,
I mean, it'd be closing down that division because they wanted to get.
I mean,
into
not necessarily, because you still got Square Enix doing Avengers and everything. Like,
it would spill over to
And
Square Enix.
Remember though, because there are rumors that Disney still wants to buy a game studio. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's still prevalent. There was investors pushing for that Activision thing, and who's to say they aren't gonna? Like, we don't know. Disney does want gaming.
Yeah, I mean they could have, but but they've done that in the past, and it seemed time and again that Disney can't operate a gaming division at all.
yeah, but at the same time, we've seen time and time again, Sony can't make a Spider-Man movie. Yet here we are right now.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So
I know,
it's kind of
to say
like I
it's-
wouldn't really say.
I'm just saying it's on both ends. It doesn't really make any sense because one side can't make games and one side can't make movies.
Nothing about this scenario makes
Yeah.
sense, honestly. Nothing. Like,
Yeah.
there's not a single thing I look at this and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. It's like, none of this makes sense, which is
And it's
how it
because of the
goes.
fact that we're not getting full stories. Like, we're not
Yeah, there is
getting everything 100%.
I need Disney to say something because there's got to be more to this. Sony's was very one-sided. We're 100% innocent. Blame Kevin Feige. Yeah. Blame the guy who literally goes out there and gives the fans what they want. That's the guy you want to blame.
Well, his thing, Disney won't come out and say a damn thing about this. They will keep quiet until everything is all said and done. It's kind of already all said and done now. I'm not going to say they're not trying to do anything, but you're not going to hear anything about it for a while.
You're
Oh, yeah.
probably not going to hear
But-
anything until after D23. Like, they're trying to push away any negative right now because they have everything they have to focus on with D23. Then after the D23 news has settled down, and if Sony is still being like, no, we're the innocent ones, then they'll come out.
Here's how it'll go. If an interviewer after D23, when, they have a chance to talk to any of the heads, if anybody asks Kevin Feige anything, he's going to go, well, we always have multiple IPs in development, and what I can tell you about the future is that the Fantastic Four are going to have a bright spot. He's going to deflect the question with an answer about a hyped property.
Yeah.
They will deflect this any way possible because that's what Kevin Feige does. Like,
And the thing is he's not lying. Like, Kevin Feige is one of those people that, like,
he doesn't lie.
Cannot lie. So
He lies with truths.
He does.
Yes. He does.
So it's going to be really interesting, like, once D23 is over and Sony is done just pointing fingers constantly and not where the fingers need to be pointed, then we finally hear some sort of press release from Disney and they say, we were unable to reach an agreement. Here are some aspects of agreements that we wish would have been able to come
That's
true.
what gets me is how, like, just dirty and stinky that Sony tweet was. Like, remember when it was announced, they had a joint press release on Marvel.com. Why did they... Like, clearly something is out of norm here, because if the deal is retracted and they're moving in a different direction, I feel like Disney is smart enough to do a press release, which they do for everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's something here is so rotten, but we don't know what. It's...
The only thing is, like, let's be honest, we all know it was Disney that put this information out there in the first place.
100%.
Like,
Yep.
oh, Sony said no. There you go.
Yep, exactly.
Go crazy in there. Have at it.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, we didn't do it. It was them. It's like, well, it's too late
Disney
now.
was 100. Kevin Feige and his Moogle John, from DC over there, that Jeff Johns, they're working together and they're bringing Sony apart. The Moogles!
Oh my gosh.
I'm saying, is he a Final Fantasy fan? Like,
Yes.
Yeah. Because everyone's still claiming that this is a monopoly. And I'm thinking that, like, the term monopoly is so overplayed, and a lot of people don't actually.
Disney could buy Sony, and they're still not a monopoly.
Yeah, they just gained their character back.
Yeah, because I could see
So
if Disney tried to, they would be like, oh, we just literally bought them to, one, shut them up, get Spider-Man back. Whoever wants it, take the rest of these
Take the rest of
properties.
this garbage.
Maybe we'll keep Jumanji just because of Jungle Cruise and has The Rock.
It's the same thing.
Like, so that's about it, but y'all can have everything else.
It's like, if you look at it, Disney could buy everyone else bar Warner Brothers and still be putting out less movies than they are.
Exactly. Yup. Fact. That is
That
fact.
is fact.
So like, where's the
Universal's,
monopoly?
I think, the number one company that posts the most.
Disney puts out 13 movies a year, and they're a monopoly. Warner Brothers puts out 48 to 60.
Yeah.
Like what is up? Well, you guys don't know how to count. That's what's up right here. That's what's up.
Well, here's the thing is how many of those movies by Warner Brothers did you actually know were movies by Warner Brothers?
3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's the issue. Like, everybody, when it comes to Disney movies, everybody knows and everybody hears about them.
And they only put out the big IPs now. They're scaling back on even like riskier things. They're like,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna see Artemis Fowl. Like, what is?
I mean, that's their tax write for 2020. Though,
Oh, definitely. That's why I got delayed so they could write that off.
So, and the thing is, it's like, then you sit there and you look at all the other companies that produce how many freaking movies. It's like, well, how many of those did you actually hear about? How many of those did Little Small Vermont's movie theater actually pick up? Oh, maybe a handful of them?
We saw them because that's what we do.
That is what we do.
I don't know. Hopefully we get more on this soon, but we'll get back to this whole Spider-Man future, I guess, if something gets worked out.
What happens with Spider-Verse in general? Does Sony have the animated film rights as a thing, or is that leased out?
Oh, that's a good one.
Does that mean that Spider-Verse as a whole is dead? No.
Right. That's probably so complex, like...
Yeah.
Because it is animated and they have live action rights.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
boy.
know Disney has the animated ones, because obviously Spectacular went, so...
If this ends up being a casualty of that, oh no. This day extracts a heavy toll.
Reality is often disappointing.
Thanos quotes perfectly fit the situation.
Oh my god.